the different STs of the VSs, invalid, staging, invalid. So invalid says the device cannot join the fabric at all. It's same like that you are having the device list or you are denying it not to allow that device, right? So in a whitelisting mechanism, you say that this device is not allowed, right? In a staging, in this state, the device can contact to the vManage, vBond, and vSmart to establish the control connection, to download the configuration and the upgrade and other onboarding activity, but data plan will not be ready. What does it mean by that? It will not build a BFD, IPsec, and all those stuff to the remote edge devices. In a valid stage, the device is formally ready to take care of the traffic forwarding, or it is directly landing to, okay, as soon as you join, you are ready to take care of the traffic, sending a traffic, right? So this is a final state where our device usually remain. When we see in the vManage, staging is done when you are trying to do the pre-provisioning or onboarding the device, right? Next, what we have, the different stages of the VS is indicating here. So if you see, we have invalid, we have a staging, and then we have a valid. We can click either of these stages depending on your requirement, and you can click on this section, send to controller. So what does it mean by that, send to controller? Okay, so here as soon as we will do the invalid or staging, we have to send it to the controller. What does it mean by that? It is going to send this information to the vBond and vSmart so that these guys know that what has to be done in that state, right? Or what has to be done with the device when the device is trying to onboard, right? So you will never see the OMP peering up between the VS because the vSmart brand for the control plan in the Cisco SD-WAN solution. So there is a no peering between the VS to VS. All the, vSmart OMP peering is being established between. Let me finish the, OSPF configuration towards to the LAN side, or the different VPN which I'm going to run. So what I will do, I will, create few additional feature template, which I will merge with this device template. And then further, I'll, attach the rest of the devices as well. Okay. So what if you see in my topology, what I'm running is that I'm running a VPN, 2 VPN, actually VPN 10 and 20. So if you go up on the downside of that, there should be in this one. So I have VPN 10, which is 172.x, and VPN 20 is a layer 2. So what I'm doing, that I'm saying that VPN 20 would be my guest network. That's where anyone taking the guest network will go out using direct internet, will not be able to access the internal resources. However, VPN 10, I'm going to run the OSPF. So OSPF between where to where? Between vEdge to the core switch, and that's where the core switch will get the traffic from the Windows PC or any client which is sitting behind. So I'm saying that traffic will be originated by here. Here would be a default gateway for VPN 10, and further it will go by this interface and will be able to reach to any of the remote site like this, right? Other traffic would be that, let's say VPN 20, that's where another interface will be used, and the default gateway will be created on a vEdge. Yeah, go ahead.
That will configure OSPF on core switch, right?
Right. So I'm going to configure the OSPF on the core switch, which is going to apply for my VPN 10 traffic, which is a production VPN.
VPN traffic means it means your LAN is a VLAN, right? VLAN 10 or something you mean.
Right. VLAN 10 is going to my VPN 10 traffic. That's where all the users will be forwarding the traffic into. That network will have a production user, right? Other one, I'm talking about the guest network as well. So let's say I have any client which I want to provide only the internet because of a security reason. So what will happen if this guy want to access the internet? It will come as a default gateway to its vEdge, and vEdge will net the traffic and let it go to access the internet to outside. Clear? So that's where the traffic will be actually netted here and will go out for VPN 20. So I'm going to deploy 2 VPN on each VS from the service point of view. One is a VPN 10, right? Other one is a VPN 20. VPN 10 will have a G0/5.
10 means it's like a VLAN 10 and 20, right?
It's a VRF 10. VLAN can be n number of VRF. Its VRF name is, let's say, 10. Okay. Or VRF ID is, let's say, 10. So here, what I have,
I got it, Sujit. You're creating 2 LAN, right? VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, right? One for the guest and one for the employee, like that, right?
Right. True.
So that
Okay?
you are associating with the VPN ID 10 and 20, right? Service VPN.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Okay, got it, got it.
So for VPN 10, the score will act as in a layer 3, but for VPN 20, the score will act as in a layer 2, right? Because that's where I don't have any SPI on this TC1 core, right? SPI means the default gateway is on the
Okay,
vEdge
that
itself
means
directly.
vEdge will be the gateway for VPN 20, right?
That's 100% true. That's 100%.
Okay,
Now got it? So now what if you got is that G0/5 is actually is the mapped in the VPN 10, okay? And G0/6 is mapped in a VPN 20. So what does it mean by which interface of the vEdge? So vEdge have a 5 and 6. 5 would be assigned in the VLAN VPN 10 and 6 will be a part of VPN 20, right? Now each of these VSs are having a redundancy. I mean, each of this core does have a redundancy. So core will primarily, I'm targeting to send a traffic to this direction. And in case of this field, this vEdge, then the traffic can go back to this, right? Any question on this?
it's clear, Sujit.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's start building up the vEdge stuff. Okay. So let me go ahead to access the vManage first. So I'll click on a vManage. So I still have a 45. I'll log in on that. Now, if you got it, how many VPNs do we additionally create? How many additional VPN do we need to create for service side?
You need to create 2 VPN, right?
Right. And I need to create a 2 interfaces template as well, right?
Yes.
So let's go ahead to do that. Okay. So I'll go ahead and templates, and we'll go in the feature template, add template. I'll select my device vs cloud, right? I will go ahead on the VPN first, okay? And in this VPN, I will save VPN 10. vs_VPN 10. Now it says, tell me the VPN ID. So what VPN ID should be here, mine? Vishnu, what should be my VPN number?
VPN number, we can put it same 10, we can put it, right?
Yeah, so we will keep it at 10 because that's where we are creating a VPN 10. So that's the VPN ID. Name, I will, since I'm going to, this would be a my global because this would not change everywhere. So I'll keep it name as an prod user, or I'll say prod VPN. Okay.
Every service VPN we need to create a template that means each we need to create separate.
Come again, sorry.
Right now you're creating a service VPN template, right?
Right.
Okay. So you made it as a global, means then next edge when we configure it's required a separate service VPN.
No, it would be a same VPN. It would be the same service VPN. So n number of you will get a VSs. You will have a 10 VPN to be.
Right?
Sorry, come again.
VPN ID will change, right? Sorry.
No, VPN ID will not be changed. VPN ID would remain be the same. VPN ID is the local to the device, which is just helping that how you are segregating your device in more than one box as in a virtual.
Okay. That's sorry, I'm just asking. It's same like a VLAN concept, right? It will be just locally significant.
Right. That's true.
This VPN ID we are not advertising to vManager or something, right? Only the subnet will be advertised.
Subnet will be advertised, but there would be a label assigned to each VPN. That label will be used to import the route or export the route into the right VPN. I'll explain that concept. I'll explain that concept in a OMP. Okay.
Okay. Because I just you made global, that's why I confused why it's sending
So
then.
this would be a global to the your service. So let's say you are running one customer, your single VPN would be that number, right? It would not be a specific to the device. It would be 100% global. What does it mean by that? When it is a needed a different VPN, when you are trying to create bringing a different customer, or you want to do the different level of a security or segregation between the VPN, that's where the this thing will come into the picture. That's where you will create a different VPN. Okay. Now, primary DNS, I'll put the DNS as well, just for future help. 1.1.253. Secondary DNS global 8.8.8. Okay. And in this one, I don't need anything as of now. No static routing is needed. No service chaining, nothing. GRE IP subnet. No. I will move little this here and we'll save it. Now what I'll do is I'll duplicate this. We'll say copy, give the name 20, right? Edit this so that we can change the value whichever is needed. Click on a basic configuration, and that's where I need to say 20. I'll say guest VPN. Okay. And rest everything was fine. I don't need to make any changes. Now I will create one template for G0/5, right? So I'll say VS Cloud, and I'll go here in the interface G0/5. I can say global, no set, interface number G0/5. Okay. Description, I can say connected to core. Core. IP address would be a static, but this IP address would be a global, device specific, or default. What should be the IP address?
IP address will be specific, right?
Yeah, IP address would be specific because everywhere I'm using a different IP address. I'll make a name more readable. So I'll say VPN0 if IPv4 address if G0/5. Okay. G0_5 underscore IPv4 address, right? Now I can go ahead. I don't need these tunnel net and all that stuff. I can go ahead down duplex path MTU TCP MSS adjust this value. I'll make it change because I'm using the IPsec header and all those stuff. So additionally, I'll put this value as a 400 just for safer sake. Next I can go down, nothing is needed, and I'm done with this.
It's similar like our DMVPN setup, right?
Right. We do have some additional stuff like the IPsec header is being added into the packet.
We need to
So we
configure like bandwidth or something, or MTU bandwidth, these parameters. No need, right?
it's up to you. I mean, depending on that, do you see the need of it? Let's say if you feel that, hey, path MTU discovery would be helpful for me, or maybe if you are using a sub interface, that's where additional 4 byte header is added into the MTU. That's where you can increase the MTU of your interface. So it's up to you actually how much you need in your WAN, right? Right. Now I will create another one that is for G0/6 VS Cloud. So I'll go back here on the vEdge. Let's go 0/6. Okay. And sorry, GE. I will say shut down global, no G0/6. In the ideal world, we should be keeping the interface shut down as in the variable. Maybe in the future, sometime you need to bounce the interface or something. That's the reason it is safe to have it in a variable. But since I'm doing in a lab, I'm keeping it as a global no such for this one. Okay. Coming back on the description, I'll say guest connected to core. I'll say guest network. Okay. Now IP address would again be the device specific here. I will little bit change the name of this. Here I'll say VPN 20. If GE 0_6 _ IPv4 address. Right. Secondary blockchain bandwidth, nothing, tunnel interface, no net, nothing. Okay, now VRRP. Do you think we need a VRRP here or not? Because we are running the
gateway, right? So
gateway on vEdge. So I think we need a VRRP here. So I'll go ahead to put something for a VRRP. So it says, tell me your VRRP group ID. I'll say 20, which is my VPN number to just keep it easy. Priority, I'll make it a variable.
So just one more thing. So here, so just sorry. We have two VPN. So, but we are keeping it as a two separate gateway, right?
Right. So what we are doing, if you see here on the topology, what we are saying, let's say for an example, trend traffic comes in. Okay. Use VPN 10 traffic comes in. What will be the default gateway for it? Core, right?
Core.
And on core, we are running the OSPF between this guy. So one IP address here, other IP address here, and the OSPF will be running like this, right? Now, what does it mean by that? The traffic will come here, and in case of this path field or this device field, traffic will start moving by this one, right? True.
This will be taken care by OSPF, right? We don't want
right. That will be taken care by the OSPF. Now, but since in the other one we don't have a OSPF, what if I will do the pointing this traffic to this one? What will happen if this device goes down?
Okay.
Right. So I need a gateway level redundancy, right? That's where I'm being offered as a VRRP. So I'll run a VRRP between this device and this device for what? VPN 20.
Okay. Got it.
Right. Yeah. So let's go ahead to do that, huh?
Yeah.
So I just give the 20 as an ID. You can give any of them, but just now coming back on a priority. Can the priority be a same? No, because
priority is required. Yes.
Yeah, priority is required, but I cannot keep it as a default or anything fixed value because I'm using this G0/6 here as well as on the other side. If I will keep both the places same priority, it is not good, right? So what I'll do, I'll make the priority as a variable. Okay, so I'll say VPN 20 if G0_6 VRRP priority. Okay. You can track the OMP, but I'm not tracking it right now because I do have a back-to-back connection as well. Now you can do the track prefix list if you want to track out any prefix list and then want to, VRRP to shift, same like, tracking, running the IPSLA and tracking feature in the HSRP or VRRP. Here, I'm not doing all of that. I'm just, going straightforward. IP address of the VRRP. What should be the virtual IP address? I will say that should be also my device specific. So I'll say VPN 20 if G0_6.
This will be the virtual IP or?
Yes, this would be a virtual IP.
Oh, okay. Because interface IPs we already configured with the
right.
Interface profile template we already assigned. So this will be the VRRP only, right?
VRRP, VIP, virtual IP. Okay.
Good.
Add VRRP provisioning done. If you have more groups, you can keep adding like this, right? Simply. ACL QoS, I'm not doing anything out of that right now. Nothing. I'll just put the TCP MSS value here as well. 1400. I'm not doing clear, do not fragment, blah, blah, blah. TLOC extension, nothing. Save it. Right. Now I have, if you go back here on the topology, what I have done, I have created two VPN 10 and 20, right? 10, 20. I have created the interfaces. What I'm missing? Even I have created the VRRP within that interface. Now, what I'm missing? Tell me if you are following me. Just little focus.
Yeah, so tell me. No.
What we are missing to create a new template? Do we need to create any additional template to complete this task, or all done?
Interface done.
VPN done.
VPN done. VRRP, everything done. Yeah, I think almost done, right?
One thing you are missing.
One thing. It's OSPF.
Right. So you are missing a OSPF. You configure a VRRP for this, but you have not created a OSPF one, right?
VPN,
right. Now you are following. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. Let's create the new template for OSPF. I will say vEdge Cloud. I will go back and say OSPF. So here in the other template, I'm sorry, I'll move this little down. OSPF. Okay. You click here in OSPF and you will say, okay, vEdge _ OSPF. Okay. Here, copy, paste. Now click on the router ID. Router ID would be, of course, the device specific, right? Distance and all those stuff. If you want to modify, you can, but this is just giving you the default value. Now, in OSPF, do you want any redistribution or you want to go with the flat? Tell me, man. I will follow you.
Here, actually, so, OSPF to BG. No, OSPF to that. Which protocol we using? OMR, right?
OMP.
Yeah, OMP. Sorry, OMP. Yeah. So we need to
what
do.
We need to do? Right? We need to redistribute from OMP to OSPF because you are working right now on a OSPF. So what you need anything which is running as an OMP, you want to redistribute into the OSPF. So what I'll do is a new redistribute and I'll say protocol.
Mutually, right? So like
so,
OSPF
yeah, OMP will pick up the OSPF internal routes for sure, right? But if it is an external route, you will be in the OMP. You remember we created an OMP template. That's where I said select the OSPF external something. If you remember something like that, so run OMP. This is the OMP which says that advertise OSPF external, rest advertise connected static would be there.
Yeah, this is actually this one, right? Like a redistribution type of command,
right? From OSPF to OMP.
OMP.
Right? Okay. So let's go back here.
It's static and OSPF
right.
redistributed. Okay.
Right. Now it says a route policy. If you see what we are doing right now, we are redistribute everything into the from the OMP to the OSPF. Neither we are not setting any metric. We are just neither we are doing any filtering, right? So if you want to use the filtering, what you use in a past is a route map, right? That's what you do. That okay, I want to set this value while I'm redistributing route, or versus I want to filter the route when I'm redistributing. That's where route policy is equal to the route map. Okay. But for that, you need to create a route map. So since I have not created any route map, I'm just going with the default redistribution. I'm not doing anything, not setting any metric, anything. Default, whatever it will consider would be used. Okay. Let's do with this right now. Add max metric. I'm not doing anything with that. Area. I need, of course, any area to run. Now, which area to run? I will say that area number 0. Area type. Do you have any area type which you want to do? No, I'm simply going with this standard. If you want to define the SSA, stub area, not stub area, and all those stuff, that's where you can select that. Okay.
Okay.
In the interface, it says that which interface you want to put it into the area 0, right? Now you can make it a variable or you can fix that. Okay. So I say add interface. Now which interface to add? G0/6, sorry, 5. G0/5. That's the one which I'm running a OSPF between the vEdge and core. Right? Any confusion?
No, till now it's like, okay.
Okay. In advanced, there are different advanced feature, security and all those stuff. You can do that. Passive, no passive. I mean, same stuff what you do in the previous world, right? You can change the network type as well in this one from broadcast to no point to point, something like this, right? So I'm not doing anything right now. I'm good with that. Okay. Now range is was the command in the range which you use for doing the summarization and all those stuff in the OSPF. I'm not doing that too as well. Okay. OSPF area part done. In advance, you want to do sort of the default information originate or something. I need a default information originate to pass on the default route. So I'll say on. Now it says always off, and you know the differences between that. So I'm leaving it like that. Now, default metric, I'll say device specific. OSPF originate, OSPF default originate, route originate metric. Okay, so I'm saying that when you are advertising a OSPF default route inside the LAN towards to the LAN, what should be the metric I should set up? Okay, and metric type blah blah blah. I'm good. I'm not doing anything. Okay, done. So now I have created these five templates.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So just one more thing. This gateways will be acting for the internet access also, right? Or we need to keep a separate gateway for internet.
For which purpose? Tell me.
Internal users want to browse internet.
So if the internal user want to browse the internet, so let's see.
Route, that is okay, but we record a netting also, right?
Yeah. So netting is by default you have configured on this one. You remember that we configured net on this one. Let me show you. So let's say DC1G 0/0. So run VPN 0 interface G 0/0. You remember that we apply the net, and why we apply the net? You remember, for a TLOC extension purpose.
Okay.
Got it? So if this guy want to build the tunnel, this B, how it will build, because this 169 will come to this guy, and this guy will come here, and then this guy will be netted. Else, because 169 is not routable over the internet, right? It's the public cloud, right? So 169 is a private range, right? So what I will do is that that's where it will build the control connection to these guys over the internet by using the net statement. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. So let's go back, and so far what we have created, we have, let me last updated date. So far we have created the template from VPN 10, 20. Let me show you this guy. VPN 10, 20, 5, 6, and OSPF 5 template. If you see, none of those are attached to the device, right? So what I will do, or not attached to the template, what I will do is that I will go ahead to device, go inside the template, and inside the template, what I can do, edit, because it is already attached with the few devices actually, and it says a 14. So I'll see edit.
We can keep it separate also, right? So we need to.
No, you cannot keep it separate, because you at a one time one device can be attached to the one device template, right? Now your device is already attached to the device template. You cannot, what will happen if you will create a separate template? Then what will happen? You will move the device into that one, then this configuration will lost, right? So in the summary, your template can be attached to the only a one device template. That's the reason we are using the existing template and modifying that. Okay. Clear, or any confusion?
Clear.
Okay. So let's go down and go on a service. Okay. Now let's click the service VPN. Now it says add the service VPN. What is that? Okay, it actually little changed than the previous one. So we click here. I click here as well, move it down this side. Let me see what it is saying. Create VPN template. Okay, I'll go next. Now inside of this, what I need is the OSPF, and OSPF will be VS Cloud, and VPN interface would be G0/5 add sub template. This one is okay, but I feel that let me edit the 20, because this is a little change. Look at this. This is the problem. This cannot be a part of VPN 20. Let me add I need a VPN interface only, which should be the G0/6 in the VPN 20, because that's where my VPN 20 is. Inside of this, edit, let me quickly check. I have OSPF, and inside the OSPF, I have an interface. So what happened? I have called out the OSPF, I have called out both the interfaces and both the VPNs here, right? Now I can go down and can say update, right? Now it will ask me to fill up the information corresponding to the devices which I have. Okay, actually, there's a problem with this. Hey, give me 1 second. I'll do one thing. I'll remove the OMP template for a moment, and we'll use the default OMP. We'll see that what it says. And default OMP, because I'm seeing some minor problem because of bug or something. Because if you see in actual, it says attached to the device 0. However, if I look on the if on this device, saying source system status, it is saying that it is attached actually to the template, this template. So there is some bug which we need to see how we can overcome. Give me one moment. Attach device. DC1. This guy. BR1. This guy. Attach. Now in the DC1, let me go ahead to add it and see what I need to fill up as a missing part. So it says, tell me the VPN 20 if G0/6 IP address. So if you go in my topology, what I put is the G0/6 IP address would be 172.100.20. If the site ID is 10, then the 172.10.20. That's how my IP addressing is done. On G0/5, 192.100.9.1 and 9.2. Okay. So I'll go ahead to fill that. Okay. So it is a DC1 where I have 172.100.20.1. Okay. Priority, sorry, /24. Priority of my DC1 VS is 110. And VPN 20 VRRP VIP IP address 172.100.20.254. Okay. IP address for G0/5 is G0/5. So it should be 192.100.9.1 slash 24 1098.21.4, which is my system IP. Is I'm using same as a router ID. Default metric, I'm saying 10 for the default originate. Okay. And here on this one also, I'll go ahead and modify that. Oh, nothing is filled on this. I'll do one thing. I'll use the yesterday file to upload the information in this one. Upload, choose file. That's where I can easily fill up the information, upload. Now, oh, it removed the previous information as well. Okay, I'll do that in a moment. Let me see, the information is coming here. Yeah, information is coming here. I'll fill up that. 172, I'll say 10 because this is a branch which is having a site ID 10. Priority 110. 172, this guy, I'll say 10 because my site ID is 10. 192, this guy would be this. Router OSPF ID 100. Sorry, router OSPF. Router ID, okay. 1098.21.7, which is my system IP. Default information originate 10. I'll do the other one. 172.100. 110. 172.100.22.5.4. G0/5. 192.100.9.1. 1098.21.4 and 10. Okay, I'm done with this. I'll download it for in case of any error so that I can use it. Save. It is being copied as in a template one, which I'll reuse. Click here. Can click on any of the vEdge to see any error in the syntaxing and all that stuff. And I can see the config is there side by side there. You should see the VPN 0 is there, which is the one which actually not post or something. We can check that later. ISP2 log extension, blah, blah. Where's the VPN 10? Yep, VPN 10 and VPN 20 is here. Let's try to post this, okay?
Subject, what this page will display? What is this one?
This page will display the difference between the current configuration of the VS versus that what you are going to post. The difference of the configuration, right? So you can review that. Sorry. No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to see what is the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I somehow clicked on that.
Next page when you are configuring.
That some stupid error was coming. Let's see if that got removed or still there. In between, let's see here. So interface description tab. You can see the core information is being pushed up now, right? 192.100.9. Let me see. So OSPF never. So never is right now in a two-way state. Ping VPN 10 192.9.100.9.3 is pinging. Maybe the never will come up in a moment. It's in a full state. Now, if I do so, IP route VPN 10 OSPF, I can see these are the route which I'm getting from a core pointing towards to the 9.3, which is my next hop on this interface, right? So my OSPF is up. Let me see, is that, yeah, it seems that there was a problem with the OMP, which we can fix that in a moment. Now template, you can see succeed. Now, if you look on the templates here, and in fact, let me go down so you template is successfully attached. Now, if I go here on the device, and we'll go actually in the templates. And now my template is attached to the two devices, and I can click here and can get to know what two devices are, right? So my devices are DC1 VHA and BR1 VHA, right? So that's how I am able to. Now, if I'll show you the VRRP part for the another VPN, let me do that. So VRRP, you can see the VRRP is master, OMP state up, the IP address is this, and so on. So, okay. So what we will do further is that we can see our control connections are built up, OMP is set up, and all that stuff. So go back. This like this. Now, if you will see here in the features, you can see all of your templates are attached to the device template, one device template. Apart from OMP, we had some error with the OMP. We'll fix that one. Device attached to the template, two devices. Which are two devices? These are the two devices. Mean that you can reuse the template as much as you want, right? If I want to create another template for any other device type, and I know that BGP or this model is supported by that, I can go ahead to use that template. I don't need to create a feature template multiple times. Clear? Any question?
No, clear.